Bro, how did they have a beat that fire? First of all, no, listen, check this out, watch this. Let there be sounds, a list of place in the ground that they bury me, my sounds apparently out of bounds to a Pharisee. Crown to get bread to the crowd, call me Sarah Lee, but I'm a native in this hometown, call me Cherokee. Turn around and grace may get bound, but instead they begin proud and hesitating to bow, voluntarily get thousands are terribly lost and bound. Luckily I found and began to be, family, welcome to the channel. I'm thinking about doing reactions to The Mandalorian from Star Wars. Me and my wife started watching. That's fire. What are you talking about, buddy? I like my villains to be round. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like a fat villain, like, you know, I'm not talking about like a literally round. I mean a villain with layers, someone you can't really figure out, someone who's not like, needlessly evil just for the sake of the movement of the plot. I want a story behind the villain, and Mandalorian doesn't disappoint. Let me know if you be here for that. First of all, guys, we're going into Hozier. Is it Hozier? Hozier. That's what I'm gonna say. Hozier. And we're jumping into it. It's called Too Sweet. This has been recommended ad nauseum. Apparently, someone in the Discord said, "Hey, Biscuit, like a long time ago, I've been recommended Hozier. Listen, I smoked the Bob Marley. Forgive me." We're going right into it immediately, family. Let's go ahead and let him cook. Bro, how did they have a beat that fire? First of all, no, listen, check this out, watch this. Let there be sounds, a list of place in the ground that they bury me, my sounds apparently out of bounds to a Pharisee. Crown to get bread to the crowd, call me Sarah Lee, but I'm a native in this hometown, call me Cherokee. Turn around and grace may get bound, but instead they begin proud and hesitating to bow, voluntarily get thousands are terribly lost and bound. Luckily I found and began to be, fire.
It can't be said I'm an early bird. It's 10 o'clock before I say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right.
Okay, first of all, shout out to my early birds. You know what I'm saying? My not the early birds, but the night owls. That's what I should say. The night owls. He's talking about being a night owl. It's like, and listen, a lot of men, especially, men are, the head of the household. Me and my wife don't like to watch the same thing. I watch scary stuff. And so a lot of times my wife will be, oh, you're going to watch that? I'm going to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just be up until the wee hours sometimes, just kind of enjoying the solitude of the horrifying, Salute to these opening lyrics. He's definitely talking. I've been there.
Say a word. Baby, I can never tell. How do you sleep so well? You keep telling me to live right. To go to bed before the daylight. But then you wake up for the sunrise. You know you don't gotta pretend. Baby, now and then.
Guys, I want to say this really quickly. Shout out to women in general. There's a lot of men who will agree with me. Not everyone. This is not a universe. This is not thus saith God. But for men like me, it's like if it weren't for my wife, I would very likely be dead. I am adrift without that woman. Salute. You know what I'm saying? It's as far as like eating right and go to bed at the right time. I am a child. My wife kind of is like, hey, pump the brakes a little bit. I'm loving this vibe. I love the sound. I love the energy. I'm loving this.
You know you don't gotta pretend. Baby, now and then, don't you just wanna wake up dark as a lake, smelling like a bonfire, lost in a haze. If you're drunk on life, babe, I think it's great. But while in this world, I think I'll take my whiskey and leave. My coffee black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me.
Yo, talk to me, bro. What are we talking? Listen, we're going down the Hozier rabbit hole. Stop playing with me, sir. He's singing like that. Need my coffee black and my bed at 3. It kind of reminds me of, there was a song by Brad Paisley, the country musician, where he says, I'm gonna miss her. Remember that song about fishing? He's like, look, my woman gave me an ultimatum. Either I stop fishing so much or she's leaving. And then the chorus hits and it's like, well, I'm gonna miss her when I get home. It's like, yo, I have to keep fishing. This chorus kind of hit me like with those kind of vibes. She's trying to change me, and she, I love that she sleeps so well, and I love that she's kind of wholesome or whatever. But as for me, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that chorus one more time because that chorus is phenomenal. One of the goated choruses, to be sure.
But while in this world, I think I'll take my whiskey neat, my coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me. I take my whiskey neat.
That's fire.
My coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me.
You're too sweet for me. He's crushing that, baby. What are you talking about? I'm telling you, we need to tell our partners more often that we don't deserve them. Gosh, guys, we live in a day and age. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm an 80s baby. We live in an age where it's about what you deserve. Find the lawyer you deserve. Get the car you deserve. Aren't we inundated with everything we deserve? Listen to me. You don't deserve the people in your life. How could you possibly deserve a person? Just see it as a gift from the universe. I will never get to the point where I feel like I deserve my wife or deserve my daughter, right? They are gifts from God. You'll never deserve a gift from God. You know what I mean? That's fire. You're too sweet for me. 100%. I agree, sir. Continue.
You're too sweet for me.
That's fire.
You're too sweet for me.
I love what they did with the video too. It's just a vibe. It's like all of the, they look like kind of people who are like the backstage band people who are, some of the people play with him, in the band. I'm sure people setting up kind of the event respectfully. Guys, he flips around the truth of the arrow. There is a correspondence theory of truth, which suggests that truth is that which corresponds to reality. I think that the correspondence theory is useless because all we have is our perspectives, right? But the pragmatic theory of truth tends to say that the truth is true as an arrow flies true, right? As long as it hits its goal. But he flips that on its head. He says, I aim low, right? It's like, look, I don't have these wild, broad expectations. I'm not married to some idealistic idea of the future. Guys, there's a lot of bars in this song.
I work late where I'm free from the phone, and the job gets done, but you worry some. I know.
He's kind of roasting a little bit. He's like, you treat your mouth like it's heaven's gate. Like whatever you like, the things that you say and the things that you imagine are just how life should be. You know what I mean? But nobody really knows how life ought to be. Sometimes we just kind of, our routines just keep us safe and make us feel like we have some control.
I wish I could go along. Hey, don't get me wrong, you're bright as the morning, soft as the rain, pretty as a vine, sweet as a grape. If you can sit in a barrel, maybe I'll wait until that day. I'd rather take my whiskey neat.
Look.
My coffee black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet
Guys, listen, there's a realization I'm having right now. The "you're too sweet for me" isn't necessarily just saying, I mean, look, I'm not deserving. You're the good girl, I'm the bad guy. It's not that. He's in no way denigrating his own lifestyle. As a matter of fact, by saying "you're too sweet for me," he might be saying, like, I'm afraid that if we stay together, we're gonna, not necessarily meet somewhere in the middle, but I'm gonna pull you over to my side as opposed to the other way around. Because you're the one that's kind of running your mouth, assuming that some change should happen in order for you to be satisfied. What he seems to be saying is like, look, I love the sweetness. I love that, this way about you. Oh, but I'm not gonna change. So if there's changing that needs to be happening, which is, what she's suggesting with, her mouth, which she assumes is Heaven's Gate, oh, the change is going to happen with her. For the song has levels. Respectfully, let's continue.
You're too sweet for me.
Now listen, a lot of times I hate this. I'm not going to lie, because, there's a difference between a Selah moment and a moment where it's just like, okay, there's no more lyrics. We're just going to whistle something as the beat, goes through. But as in terms of the lyricism here, the lyricism is top tier. And so we deserve kind of this Selah moment breakdown. The audacity, the pomposity, the veracity, and the facity. 2 out of 4 of those were words. Guys, we're going into the Hozier rabbit hole, to be sure. Let me know in the comments below if you resonated, if you think we should, what song we should go into next. Is this, how many bops does Hozier have? Talk to me, please. Family, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hype the video if that option is available. Thank you for journeying with me, and we'll see you next time, family. Until then, stay balanced, please. Crazy.